Okay, my dear friends, colleagues, and companions, time for another Gen X Grown Up live stream. We've done these the last couple of Saturdays. I want to say for the last 2 or 3 Saturdays, and just a boatload of fun. And what we're finding is, you pick a game and you start playing it, and you end up like I think last Saturday we went for 2.5 hours because we were just having so much fun talking about stuff and shooting the crap and hypotheticals and things like that. So I absolutely wanted to do it again. I thought it was this is the day after, a couple days after Thanksgiving here in 2020, and at the last live stream last Saturday, toward the end, I was asking folks, what do you want to see? What do you want to play? What do you want to, are you interested in? And Megamania came up. And first of all, Megamania, fantastic Steve Cartwright game from Activision. Hey, Multi-Gun Man. Hey, how you doing? So Activision is created by Steve Cartwright in 1982 on the Atari 2600. And then it got ported to several other boxes, including the Atari 8-bit. So just a great game to play. So I thought it was high time. It was a great suggestion. There are a couple of versions to play. So I'm going to get started playing some Megamania here. The best part of these streams typically are, folks just getting involved and chatting. So as more people come in, we'll talk. We'll probably pause quite a bit, which is par for the course. But yeah, let me hide this Atari 8-bit version. So this is the Atari 2600 version, which I played the most. Hey, Mo, how you doing? I'm just going to get started with some 2600 Megamania, because that's why we're all here. This was Steve Cartwright. I don't know if he did both of them, but Megamania is a lot like Spider Fighter. The ship looks almost the same, and Steve is here. Hey, Steven. Good to see you again. Thanks for swinging back by. I always called these the Tinker Toys. Doesn't this look like the Tinker Toys, like you put together with the little rods? That's what I always called them. Oh. And kind of the novel thing that a lot of them didn't have was, that this has, is guided bullets. And actually you can turn that on or off, I believe, through the difficulty settings. The default is to have it on. Ah. And full disclosure, which you can tell already. Hey, Charlie. Third like. Hey, thank you, Charlie. One thing you can tell quite obviously is I'm not great at it. And I hope to change that through the course of this live stream, because I've barely got through 2 screens. And yeah, come on. Die, Tinker Toy. That's how they get you, too. They lull you into that false sense of security, and then a bullet drops on you. Ah! We always called these the bugs. So let's start with a question about... That's a dead level. So I'd like to get a consensus on these levels. What did you call these when you played Megamania? So this first level, we always just called the UFOs. I thought it looked like a UFO. And it was kind of suspicious that the spaceship looked oddly Enterprise-like, which I had to imagine was not an accident. Yeah, the Tinker Toys here, which I don't know what other people called them, but we definitely called them Tinker Toys just because of what they looked like. Oh! Gee whiz. And though you can take your time, there's a point where you can't after a while because that timer ticks down. You have X amount of fuel to clear a level. So really you get about 1.5 passes of the screen to try to get rid of all of the bad guys, and then you're in trouble. This is what we call bugs. Ah. Bugs. And they start shooting some serious at you. I really like the Atari 8-bit version of this that we're going to play a little later. It's more obvious what things are because they had more bigger color palette to work with. There we go. Pause. Or what's in? Hey, your boy Carson is here. You brought the Arcade Classics Pac-Man 14. Did you? So hey, you'll be happy to know that I finally got a hold, Carson, of that of the 40th anniversary Basic Fun. So I'm going to take a look at that shortly. It's very similar to the 14, but I'm still very happy with that 14. I mean, these are clearly tires, I guess. Get shot. Die, tires. Man, they're getting serious. Oh, I'd forgotten that you can actually hold down the fire button and get much better. So we got a hypothetical already coming from Charlie. He says, if someone made a movie about your life, what song would play in the credits? What song would play in the credits? It's a thinker. I mean, you want to pick something that's like meaningful. Oh, the dang diamonds. Oh, these things. You know, should it be related to your life, or it depends on what the movie's about, what facet of my life, probably. Ouch. Multi-Gunman says the Enterprise. Yeah, the Tire Battle of 2364. It's well known in the 24th century. The Michelin Wars, right? Let's think a second, though, before we start again. So, theme song to play over the credits in the movie of my life. Probably like Old and Wise by the Alan Parsons Project would probably be the one that I would pick. It's a great song for closing credits, I think. Yeah. And I've often had people ask, the big question is if somebody, that same movie of your life, right? Who's going to play you? You've probably heard that asked before. You probably have an answer already. I don't know. Ooh, bullets. Nope. Let's see what we got in the chat. Charlie picked something by Weird Al. How about The Good Old Days or One More Minute from Weird Al? You're going for a tongue-in-cheek sort of thing. For the first time in this stream, I've finally enabled Super Chat, which I've seen a lot of people have. We just crossed 10,000 subscribers just a couple of days ago. I was very excited. Still am very excited. And so we started working on tuning the channel and kind of working on optimizing some things and updating, back-end stuff. And one of the things we finally did was turn on that Super Chat. So we thought that would be, like anything, live streams, it's whole 100% optional, but we'd find a little game to play with it if anybody got involved and wanted to throw down. But we'll do that later. We got plenty of time. So I'm probably making some assumptions, but I mean, I guess I should ask each person they come in if you played Megamania yourself. It probably can depend on your age. I know that Mo had the Atari 2600, so I'm guessing, Mo, you probably had Megamania? I don't know. I mean, not every game is ubiquitous like it is now. Like, everybody's played Mario, everybody's played Pac-Man, but it wasn't always like that, especially like if you had in Intellivision or something instead. Because Megamania only was for Atari systems, by the way. They ported it to the 5200 and the computer. But until, like, the bundles that came out for, your Switch and your PC and stuff, it was never natively on anything but an Atari system. So I guess if you didn't have an Atari, it's possible you didn't play it. Your boy Carr said it's his birthday today. Well, you gotta tell us. How old? How much wisdom have you accrued thus far? I have to remember to just hold down the fire button, although that's not always a great plan. You see, it's not going great for me. I wonder if the 8-bit version is easier or harder? One thing about shooters on old consoles that bugged me was that because it's a TV, it's wide. You don't have that verticality. You can't see what's coming far away. And I always felt that any shooter on a TV is going to be harder, which, of course, these 4:3 ratio, we're replicating here in emulation, so of course we're basically playing it the way it would have been. Tinker Toys. Bug time. Ow! Don't get shot. So do you remember the Activision had this thing where if you got a certain high score, you'd send off, and they send you the patch, right? And for Activision, for Megamania, the requirement was 45,000 points to get the Activision patch. Ah, man, it's going crazy. Moses, aren't you supposed to hit the targets? Yeah, theoretically. Thanks for the reminder. Charlie says if you're stuck on a deserted island and you could pick only one food or drink, one food and drink. Oh, that's not too hard. That's not too tough. Pizza. Pepperoni pizza. I can eat pizza most any day. And probably just like a, I don't know, probably not a carbonated beverage, like a nice sweet tea maybe. You know, that would be nice. I think that would be sufficient. Marcus, sweet tea and fried chicken. Hey, Marcus, welcome. Yeah, I'm with you with the sweet tea. Fried chicken. Again, I love fried chicken, but I can't do it forever. You know, I think it would get old really quickly. Pizza has never gotten old. It's good hot. It's good cold. It's good new. It's good old. Hey, that rhymed kind of, didn't it? I'm showing off just how bad I am at Megamania, but there will be more Megamania coming. I also have the Atari 8-bit version that I don't know. A lot of people probably, if you had the computer or the 5200, you've never seen that version of it. Oh! So I think, Marcus, this was your suggestion, Megamania. So tell us about your experience with Megamania. Mo says root beer and vanilla ice cream. You're just making floats nonstop. Wow. Again, the root beer I can see. Where's the last? There he is. But I can't imagine ice cream constantly and vanilla at that. Bugs of some kind, I assume. Oh, almost moved on. There we go. So now it gets to where I die constantly, right? Were you laughing about high score earlier? Is that the number that you were laughing at, Marcus? You need to tell me more about... Ethan! Hey, welcome, Ethan! Good to see you here. Thank you for coming by. So we're playing some Megamania, so new to the stream, you gotta tell us, did you play Megamania as a kid, or more recently? Do you know the game well? Activision Classic from '82? What caught your eye? Oh, moving on to diamonds. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, you were laughing at my score. Well, I've already surpassed it, so neener, neener. Ooh, ow, ooh, 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 ow. Let's get close. I'm running out of time, though. Come on. There we go. See there? It's getting better. What's next? Oh, the irons. Or bulldozers. What did you call these? I always call them irons. But I think that's because in the 8-bit version, they literally are irons. And you got to clear a side of these or you will be super stuck. Yeah, that one's got to go or I'm going to be in big trouble. Yeah, here we go. Okay, now I have a chance. Whoa! When he goes down, I should be able to get in under these. There we go. Now I got to wait for that to come back around. Vacuum cleaners, Marcus said. I can see that. I can see vacuum cleaners. Come on. They're supposed to be irons? Well, they are in the 8-bit version for sure. The great thing about Megamania is that every level is totally different strategy. You know? Oh, the bow ties. Definitely bow ties is all we ever called these. Oh, they're shooting like nuts. Ah, dang. Down to my last man. All right, so a little note here. 51, hey, welcome. I play the C64. It was part of the Activision Game Creator Package. Really? Oh, now yeah. So on the computers, yeah, sometimes publishing houses would put out like construction sets. Remember, was the pinball construction set by Bill Budge? So I didn't know Activision put one out, but that's cool. Oh, too many bullets, too many bullets. Oh, and I'm dead. 16 grand is not terrible. Ethan said, what do you have next for the My Arcade? You know, I have some other My Arcades. That's not next on the production schedule. I have a couple of things. I have looking at the 40th anniversary Basic Fun Pac-Man. Oh, and actually, I did just order the 40th anniversary My Arcade Pac-Man, which I believe has a genuine Pac-Man ROM in it, which is the most exciting part of having ordered that, but it was too expensive. It was $50, but like I need to pay $50 for another version of Pac-Man, but it's like this premium edition style of thing. I mean, I have other ones. I have a Rolling Thunder to look at yet. I have a Bubble Bobble to look at yet, but I'm looking at the these other things are newer, and I'll go back to those probably eventually. But that's what's that's what's coming up before too long. So if you're at all interested, those of you stopping by, so I mentioned earlier in the chat that for the first time since we crossed 10,000 subscribers the other day, for the live streams, I've enabled Super Chat. I've seen it being very successful for folks. And what I've done is, if you do a Super Chat, what we'll do is we will spin the Wheel of Doom for you. And I'm either going to have something good or bad happen to me. I'm not going to show you, I guess, what I have here. I'll wait until that actually happens, and then we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's kind of it's an experiment to see if viewers are interested. But for now, I'm going to hop over to the Atari 8-bit version. This is probably something, Marcus, as an aficionado of Megamania, you may or may not have ever experienced. So we're going to flip over to the 8-bit version. Hey! And we're going to see how it differs. Generally, it's the same game, just a little graphically improved, if you know what I mean. And you'll see right away. What the hell is Super Chat? That's a great question, and it's basically it's like a tip jar contribution thing. It's a way to for you to help creators during live streams. It's basically, and you get your chat gets highlighted and it's up on a timer, and it's kind of a fun thing. I participated and it's kind of neat. So yeah, but we're gonna get started with this Atari 8-bit. No question, those are hamburgers. And they don't even shoot on the first level, which is kind of relaxing, but changes pretty rapidly. As I recall, though, the levels got more varied and more difficult in this version because, you know, you had more memory to store those variations and flight patterns. The sound makes you happy? Yeah. Look at those are clearly Oreos now. Look at that. That's just a straight-up Oreo. Or a, sandwich cookie or whatever. Dan is here. Dan, is anyone else bothered that the TV isn't on channel 3? That's a fine point. It's not on channel 3. It's an old TV, and the knob is broken. It's perpetually on channel 3, no matter how hard you turn it. So that's in my cinematic universe. That's how I justify the TV being on channel 5. How's that? But that tells me that you are legit. If you know good enough to know that it should be on channel 3, it tells me that you have found the right audience, my friend. Ugh. Those little Oreos are kind of a pain to shoot. I don't mind telling you. Now I can't get under them because they're going to crush me. It's killing my time. Come on, guys. Die, Oreos. Yeah, I'm dead. Ooh, I made it. Wow. Bugs. Well, like ladybugs, more specifically, aren't they? Go. Go die. All right, so we talked about the spaceship. So I had a question. So if you were to have your own ship or boat, you know how you typically name boats? If you had your own boat, maybe you do. Ooh, look at the tires. They look great. What would you name your boat? Would you name it something clever? Would you name it after someone, a pet, or a loved one? And so, you're playing Megamania. This is your spaceship. What would you name it? You thought about that before? I mean, if you play games with spaceships, you have to think about owning a spaceship. That's going to be part of it. Oh, gee whiz. Come on. Come on across. There we go. There's a couple. Oh, now. Ooh. Can't get him anymore. Got to wait for him to go around. That's the tough one. If you get them past here, you really got to catch them early when they come back to the top. Come on, come on. I have one shot. It didn't make it. Ugh. Dan says his boat is named Puddle Jumper. So, like, is it a small boat? I mean, it's a cute sounding small name. Or is it a bigger boat? Or, I mean, I've seen people do the clever thing, right, where they name their boat The Office. You know, I'll be at the office this weekend, or or at a convention, they'll name it a convention. I'll be out at a convention this weekend, or whatever. Kind of make it sound like they're doing something when they're really not doing anything at all. I always think about the Blaine. Thank you so much. It is no small feat, and you know, they talk about the overnight sensation. I mean, we've been cranking for 3 years, and I know a lot of channels hit 10K way before 3 years, but I think we have some quality subscribers, right? So I'm happy that it took a while to get there, because the people we have are people that care, that want to watch our stuff. So. Yeah, so Dan says 14-foot small boat named after the Stargate Atlantis gate ships. Ah, okay, nice. Blaine would name his boat Jenny, all of them. Have you ever named a shrimping boat before? Because if you have, you might be aware. Fitty says the USS Richard Cranium. I get it. I get it. Ooh, diamond rings. Check them out. Oh, they're even like, they're like almost a little like lenticular. See how the gem is changing colors? That's kind of neat. Although, I'm going to die pretty quickly. I think the diamonds don't come to the bottom and wrap around. They're just real aggressive and narrow. Don't shoot me. Oh, ouch. No. Come on. Ooh, an extra man. I'm already doing better on this one than I was on the other one, but... Oh, look at the irons! They're spewing steam. That's cool. Whoa! They seem more erratic, too. Is it just me, or... They're, like, harder to predict where they're going to go. And now I'm stuck waiting. Yes, I think that would be the appropriate hold number on the Jenny, for sure. Speaking of which, anybody reading Ready Player 2 here yet? There's a reference to Jenny already in the prologue, and it feels forced. Like, I'm loving Ready Player 1, but ouch. I'm screwed to the far right side. All right, so stay away from there. Come on over, Steam. Cook my shirt. It's a little different though. They go left and right. That's the difference. They go left and right. You see that? But they do come home to the same spot, so you can plan for them. There we go. I'm never going to get in between those, am I? Nope. Crap. And my time's going to run out because I can't even get over there. And Mo says he's a reason for Ready Player 2. How far are you, Mo? I've gotten into the first chapter so far. Come on. Oh, I got under him. Woo! Man. You know what this makes me want to play? Look at the bow ties going nuts. This makes me want to play River Raid. The same kind of timer-based thing. That was another great Activision style game. This one saves the high score as long as the game is running. You're 2/3 of the way through it. Holy Toledo. Really? Man. You chew up books anyway, though, so that I guess that shouldn't surprise me. Hey, Tetris Boy is here. Welcome back. Are you going to do Super Impulse's Papa Shot and Micro Arcade Oregon Trail? I have them. And I may. Some other stuff is just kind of taking just schedule precedence, but I have them. I have cards ready to, to write in, and I have, the units sitting there. So yeah, my intention is to definitely do that. I might do a comparison between a couple of the Oregon Trails, or I might just look at it, on its own. But yeah, thank you for asking. Definitely plan on that. I got the, before you got here, I was talking about, I have 2 40th anniversary Pac-Men to look at. One for Basic Fun, one for My Arcade. And what's the other thing that I just was talking? Oh, and I did get that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Super Impulse. Marcus says, soundtrack for RP2, Ready Player 2, has a lot of Prince music. How does it have a soundtrack? It's a book. I don't understand. I was wondering if the music had anything to do, because I seen like the track listing. Or do you talk about Ready Player 1 had Prince music, or... Prince music didn't have anything to do with the story of Ready Player 1 as far as I know. So Charlie is asking, would you rather go 50 years in the future or 50 years in the past? Well, here's the thing. Before I answer that, it's a great question. Before I answer that, you are aware that we are currently closer to the year 2050 than we are to the year 1990, right? I mean, literally, we're almost into 2021. And that's, I mean, 1990 was just yesterday in my mind. So that's weird and scary. So, going back 50 years would put me, would that put me in 1970 something, right? That's tempting. Yeah, you're blown away by the 1990 thing? Yeah, that's understandable. These Oreos are going to kill me. So, hey, Miss So, welcome. Hey, I saw your comments on a couple of videos today. Thank you for watching. So Marcus has a link in there. Apparently there is some sort of soundtrack for Ready Player 2. I've never known a book to have a soundtrack, but cool. So I guess I wouldn't know if Prince has anything to do with the story, because I haven't gotten that far into the book yet. Mo might know better. I wasn't aware, again, that there was even a soundtrack for a book. Unless the audiobook? I don't know. But so let's see. So 51 says 1970. So you'd go back 50 years. You know, so it's... No, don't delete anything, Miss So. You're fine. Look. One thing, too, is important. I mean, you got to remember, the internet is often about, you know, who can raise the most hell about stuff. But I don't delete comments on videos. And yours, by the way, there's nothing wrong with yours. I mean, you were just talking how you felt. But, I mean, too many people on the internet are thin-skinned, and they don't realize that a different opinion does not mean an attack. So when I see, you know, somebody doesn't like my video, or they don't disagree, or you should have rated that higher, that's cool. Because everything is subjective. Unless I'm giving you facts, unless my video was 2 + 2 = 4, well, don't argue with that, because that's true. But if your comment is, you know, what you said was not quite accurate, or, you know, I disagree, and that's cool. And, you know, you had opinions just like anybody else does, and you shouldn't censor yourself unless you personally don't like what you wrote. Don't worry about other people think. I mean, yeah, it's I mean, people putting themselves in silos where they only see things that they want to see is a problem. You have to be able to absorb stuff that, you know, other people's opinions. So it's totally cool. You know, I said all that, and I saw there was other chat stuff going in here. Sorry. Marcus says, me either. It's interesting you mentioned Jenny was the first song in the soundtrack. Well, that makes sense, because that's in the book in the epilogue, or prologue, like I was saying. Yeah, 51, that's what I was thinking about too. So if I wanted to go back, I would have to make sure I go back, and I can take notes when I go back, right? So I got to do a biff from Back to the Future. I got to go back and know I could be a super wealthy dude, right? I'm going to win this thing, and I'm going to win this thing, and I'm going to bet on this game and all that stuff, and you would be super wealthy. I'd have my own damn arcade, and it would never close all the way into the year 2020. But that's good, because I'm independently wealthy at that point. So that would, you know, that's a known commodity. I mean, think about 2020. You don't really want to, like, what if 1970, if somebody said you go forward 50 years and you came into the pandemic? So you have no idea what you're going into 50 years in the future. So I'd definitely go back. I would definitely go back. Mrs. So says, happy to find your channel. Hard to find other Gen X gamers on YouTube. Yeah, absolutely. You know, frankly, that's why we started the channel, because there were people doing stuff that they were calling throwback and retro. And I'm like, hey, that's my stuff. It wasn't retro. It was just the stuff I did. So, we figured there must be other... Either Gen Xers themselves who want to hear from fellow Gen Xers, or non-Gen Xers who are interested in our point of view, since we were there firsthand and we didn't just buy it at a used game store. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, Tire. Whew, that was close. I like the diamond rings. I really like the diamond rings. I haven't even gotten to the dice. As I recall, those are the ones that fall with much rapidity, and they crush you. See, they lull you into a sense of you're tracking them. I haven't hit I can't hit these things. Good heavens. Ugh. Hey, Sean. Sean, new to the channel. Love your content. Oh, thank you. Any guess or bet on a My Arcade Double Dragon? Boy, they oughta. You know, with Contra, the irony with Contra that came out, their premium edition that had the arcade ROM, was that was finally a game that came out, those arcade ROM, that people wanted the NES version because that's the one they played. They didn't play the arcade. I was glad it was the arcade version. But I think Double Dragon, it seems like a no-brainer. The popularity of it, you know, I think for a lot of things it comes down to who is willing to license things out. Because you know that's why there's no Donkey Kong toys and cabinets, because Nintendo is just like, nope, if we don't make it, you're not making it. So I'd say we're better than 50-50 for some Double Dragon. Because I have seen Double Dragon in some capacity in emulation toys and stuff, so I think a mini arcade would be great. Hey, Davey, welcome. Davey got Megamania as part of a buy one, get one free deal with Decathlon. Oh, yeah. Nice. Charlie, do you think arcades will still be around in 30 years? Are they around today, Charlie? I mean, I don't really see them that much. Do you? I think they're pretty well... Yeah. Ms. So says, just out of curiosity, how often do you guys stream here? First of all, you don't be sorry for all the questions. You're welcome. And secondly, lately, frequently, every Saturday. But that's just because I kind of got on a little tear. You know, this, as you can imagine, this is not our day job. And so it's tough to schedule because I never know exactly when I'm going to be able to stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back to 2600 here. I'm going to work on my patch. While I would like to stream more frequently, I think how the super chat goes is going to influence whether we stream, because look, you have a finite amount of time. I mean, it's true for anything, but you're like, should I spend my time streaming? Should I spend my time making a video? Should I spend my time writing? Should I spend my time researching? Should I spend my time watching TV? You know, so it comes down to kind of, you know, the investment versus reward. So the reason we did more lately is because the last few streams have been phenomenally well attended, and incredibly entertaining. And so there's something there that's, you know, it's more valuable than watching a TV show or, you know, playing a game or something. And so that's why, yeah, I do it. I think if it was full time, yeah, I think once a week for sure. But yeah, that's a long way off. A long way off, or into retirement or something, right? When there's nothing else I have to do, and then it's you know, the other thing that we talked about in the last stream that's really important to me for streaming is having a place to stream that's already set up, which I don't have. I mean, I have, you know, our house is fine. We have a guest room, and my daughter lives here. But if you have to set everything up every time you want to stream, then that's another barrier. And right now, I have to go set up my light and set up, you know, get my one tripod and change the head on it and get the webcam, and it's a lot of prep work to, you know, prepare for what effectively, ostensibly, is just one nerd sitting playing an old video game. But there's more to it if you want to do more than just the bare minimum. It takes... Wow, I'm doing terrible. Davey, so a couple things. First, Mark, hey, welcome to... Yeah, Megamania was suggested on our last live stream by Marcus, who's here in the stream. So we picked it. We're going to do it. Yeah, steerable bullets off is... that's one of the difficulty settings, if I recall. It's easy to do in the Atari 8-bit. I think it's a difficulty switch here. So let's change that to difficulty A versus B. Let's put it on B and see if that's... Is that the guided bullets? No, that's not it. Let's see what it is. I'm sure... Oh, it's game 3. Oh, okay, gotcha. So, yeah, not color mode. All right, so let's find my select button here. Ah, bullet speed. Excellent. Thank goodness you're here, Davey, because I don't have my Megamania instructions out in front of me. So let me see. I think my select is F1. There we go. Game 3. So we have up to 4. All right. Let's try. So that would be, what, 2 players guided bullets and 2 players not guided bullets. Yeah. So, yeah. So thanks for the tip, Davey. So we're set. We're going to try it without guided bullets. Mark says, I play this game on the Activision compilation on the PSP. Yeah, we were just talking about where it was all... Initially, it was only Atari until the compilations came around. So T2 says, that's not the Megamania I remember. Really? Now, where did you play Megamania? Because this is the Atari 8-bit. I'm sorry, this is the Atari 2600. We're also going to play the 8-bit in a second here. But, oh, I missed some of the chat. What's going on? Miss So... hey, John K. John said, what controller do you use on your 2600? Well, I use a standard CX40 when I play my real 2600. I have a USB version. Right now, I'm just playing on my keyboard because I have it mapped there. It's easier than juggling, typing and mouse and everything. But I have a CX40 that's great for arcade 2600 emulation, which is a USB version of that original thing. Yeah, so this is original Atari T2. It's a 2600, the right one. Yeah, I get that. And Mark is asking about the new HSN Partycades. Yeah, for sure I heard about those. Why is this paused? Because I hit pause. Nope, now it's paused. Okay. Did it break? Oh, because I'm picking different games. There we go. This is non-guided bullets. Well, no, they're still guided bullets. What did I do wrong? Okay, game 1, game 2. There we go. Oh, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. All right, so I saw some more in the chat. Let me just pause a second. So Charlie had another hypothetical, but let me talk about, Mark was asking about the new HSN Partycades. Yeah, for sure I saw those. It's still $200. The Miss Pac-Man one looks beautiful. I would have to sell my Pac-Man one, basically. It would replace that entirely. The Pac-Man I have, that I'm sure you've seen on the channel, the videos I did, has the new board. It's working great. I'm not going to get $200 back out of it, and... do I need another, wall hanging thing? Look, I would love to review it, but it's hard to purchase because you don't have, the infinite. Yeah, Marcus, we're trying the unguided bullets. Is that a blasphemer's way to play? I never played with unguided bullets myself. It's going to take me. I'm going to do even more poorly, if you can imagine that, than I was doing before. I can't imagine. It might be easier for the irons, but. I think more difficult for a lot more. Just missing everything. You would think shooting Space Invaders UFOs. Yes, and I'm not ready. Okay. Well, you're probably right. Good. I mean, I'm used to being able to guide the bullets, and I'm just waiting in these Tinker Toys, waiting to get hit. Yeah, I could mod it, you're right, but I already have a stand-up arcade machine with every game on it. So, modding a Partycade, I mean, maybe if I modded it, it would be worth more money, but then there's the cost of the time to do all that, and the parts. I'd sooner just... if I could do a straight-up trade and take a look at the new Partycade, I would, but... unguided bullets is hell. This is not for me, at all. Like, they've reversed by the time I figured out how to hit them. Okay, so let me take a minute here and just tell you. So I mentioned before more people got here that for the first time, it's not for me. I know. For the first time, we've enabled Super Chat. We're going to try it out. And what's going to happen is if you do a Super Chat, which is for as little as $1, just a tip jar, thank you. So what I have here is I have some Bean Boozled beans. If you know what these are, essentially, some of them are great and some of them are horrible. We have a Wheel of Doom we'll spin. Whatever color comes up, I will have to eat. And I'm already very gun-shy about these Barney, Betty Bots, whatever they are. I tried those, the Harry Potter ones. And I got a fish-flavored one time, and man... Dana Catherine is here. Man, things in the Atari fandom are really heating up. They are, now that you are here. Welcome, Dana. Thank you for stopping by. One of our much-beloved Patreon supporters, Dana. Also, little-known fact, also my daughter. So, Davey, I'm sorry, but I've got to turn off I cannot do the unguided bullets. That's not for me at all. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the birdie bots. That's what they're called. That's what they're called. And I did it once and was like, no, never again. But now, in the interest of entertainment, I have purchased some Bean Boozled. I've not touched a single one. Luckily, I do have candy corn to cleanse my palate between them. So there's that. I got that going for me. Something was funny to Marcus. I'm not sure what it was. Burley is back. Welcome. Here's me. Just joined the stream. Yes, you are. So, T2 is remembering a different game. Spider Fighter also looked just like this. The ship was the same. It was very similar. So maybe you're remembering Spider Fighter? Also Activision. Oh, Tinker Toys. So I guess we need to hear from Marcus. So Marcus was the Megamania expert, he tells us. So what's a good score? And how daunting is that 45,000 point score that was required for the patch? Is that something I'm going to be able to accomplish with a little practice here this evening? Or, I mean, not that I can get my patch, I mean, just... Can I... Could you get good enough in a short amount of time? How hard is that? So what's happening? Yeah, hey, MC Murr is here. Hey, thank you for stopping by. Spider Fighter rules. Yeah, it does. Burley says, yeah, I remember too. What do you remember? You remember a different game. Really? Dana says, oh, to watch my own father eat disgusting jelly beans on a nerd live stream. Bring it on. Just $1. Activision literally made every Atari game. Well, produced it, that is. Well, they didn't make nearly every Atari game. I think what you're going for is they made all the good ones, which is for sure right. So, yeah. I was just talking earlier, playing this makes me want to go back and play River Raid. Spectacular. Davey says, I clocked this game of the day. It stops at 9999. It does indeed. Well, yeah, but Davey, you're in PAL land, but I would say that that's not an unfair advantage because everything you played was in PAL, so it's relative. Let's see. Probably need to get through the 3rd level of dice. Whoa! And Mark said, how often do you do these streams? Yeah, Miss O was just asking about that. I wish I could tell you how often I do these streams. Lately, when time permits, I'm doing them every Saturday. But before then, I did them oh so sporadically. Frankly, it's the viewer engagement of the last couple of times has made it to where I don't want to miss them now. And tonight is shaping up to be... I mean, I used to do streams, and I was lucky if there was anything in the chat. And now I can't keep up with the chat. And that just makes me just tickle pink. So the more they go well, the more I want to do them. Oh, no, Tire, no! Ow! Yeah, so T2, let's take a look at this. Hold on a minute. Oh, no. All right. So, T2, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the $1, my friend. So let's get this thing cooking. So I appreciate it. So let's bring up the Super Wheel of Doom. So what I have here is the Wheel of Doom from the Jelly Belly website. And so what we're going to do is we're going to spin the wheel. I have the beans all sitting here, just ready to be... They're not sorted. You can't tell which is which. So this is for T2. There's your star. Thank you, my man. Let's give it a spin and find out what I'm going to have to do. Are you ready? Okay. So we have Sean. Thank you, my friend. Give me a minute. Let's take care of this first one for T2. So we have, it's either buttered popcorn or rotten egg. And I didn't read your comment. So it's $1. All right. So here we go. For T2, we're going to get a buttered popcorn or a rotten egg. So let's find it in here. Okay. So I think, yeah. So here we go. So they're largely kind of just yellow with a little white. You can see it there. There we go. So hopefully it's buttered popcorn. That's my desire. So, and you can't taste them right away because they have that waxy outside, so you won't know what they. Dana, thank you, and you're gonna make me eat a bean. Okay, come on, buttered popcorn. And what's the alternative? Rotten egg. Yeah, that's supposed to be rotten egg. I don't I don't know if it tastes like a rotten egg. But it doesn't taste like buttered popcorn. Oh, oh, swallow it. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, T2. Even though it was not buttered popcorn, I appreciate you. Sean says on his super chat, advice on a go-to all-in-one arcade cabinet set up for a reasonable price. Would love to get my nephews that 80s, 90s experience. Yeah, there are some good ones. Actually, I have some good recommendations for you. I don't know what your price range is. If you hit me up at john@genxgrownup.com, I can send you some links later after the show. I would love to help you out with that. I encourage anytime people are like, yeah, let's get the younger generation playing our games. Yeah. There are a few vendors that have some really reasonable price things. And you're talking like, but sub 1,000, you're talking $500 or $600 maybe for a blown one. Or maybe you're talking, 2 or 3 for kind of a mediocre one. Depends on the controls you want. But I haven't forgotten you. It's time to spin the Wheel of Doom. We'll get back to Megamania here in a moment. Let's see what we get. Oh, my eyes water. Again? Buttered popcorn or rotten egg again. Maybe we'll see. My odds are better now because the odds are, right, one of the rotten eggs is gone. So if the distribution is appropriate. So, all right, Sean. So here's your Bean Boozle thing. I hope it's buttered popcorn. Thank you for the $5 contribution. It means the world to us, and just thank you. So wish me luck. Damn it! It's a rotten egg again. Damn it, Sean. I can't. It gets stuck in your teeth, and you keep tasting it. Get out. Okay. All right. I owe one more. Dana Catherine. Hey, George. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We had a couple of super chats, and they required me to spin the Wheel of Doom. I have one more pending here, so let's take care of that one. Oh, my goodness. Let's see what we've got. Berry blue or toothpaste. That doesn't sound too bad, actually. I think we'll get back to some Megamania after this, but here. Okay, so they're blue. There we go. So, Dana, there's your, hopefully, berry blue with any luck. Marcus is cheering for rotten egg on the last one. Thanks, buddy. Welcome, Phoenix Emperor. We're just eating jelly beans here on the Megamania. Of course, why wouldn't we be? Okay, here we go. Now, you know what? That's toothpaste, but I kind of like it. It's exactly Aquafresh. Like, Aquafresh has like the white, blue, and red stripes, and you squeeze it out. Just the blue part is pretty much what that is. So, yeah. T2s, he can't smell them either. Burley is rooting for me to not have a rotten egg. Thank you. Hey, Tom. Tom is here. Marcus! Okay. Okay. Let me play a little Megamania. I owe you one, Marcus. Let me get this taste out of my mouth, please. So, I want to try some of the 8-bit Megamania here, and I will get right back to eating a nasty bean for Marcus. Thank you, Dana and Sean, T2, and now Marcus for your support. That's awesome. Marcus says this will not stand. Chew more mint. The toothpaste was great. I would... Okay, now I owe 2 for Marcus and for Mo. There's your star, Marcus. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let's switch to the Atari 8-bit for a moment and play some dadgum Megamania. For the people that showed up going, I tuned into a Megamania stream and some dumbass is eating jelly beans. All right, Marcus and Mo, thank you for your support. Mo, you're a glutton for punishment. You're just wanting me to eat beans is what it is. But so on the computer version, T2, I'm curious to know if this version of Megamania is not more like what you remember. I don't know, because maybe you saw a different version, or maybe you're not remembering Megamania at all. But I played this one equal to the Atari 2600 one. I'm sorry, the toothpaste is still in my teeth. Okay, slightly better. I lost my chat. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. Most totally worth it. Can you please play Splatterhouse if you can? We have played Splatterhouse. I think we played it. Did we play that a couple of Halloweens ago? But we can add that to the list, I think. Maybe Mo or George is making a list of suggestions for future streams, but Splatterhouse for sure is one that I'm comfortable playing a ton of. Oh, what did I miss? Something about dessert and desert. Burley says, wear a beanie, have a bowl of beans, have jelly beans for dessert. I'm not going to do all that. I'm just going to eat the beans. Then I'm going to shoot hamburgers. And I like weird flavored jelly beans in general, but not intentionally filthy. Like dirt flavored and fish flavored, and there's so much. The fish is the one I'm actually afraid of. Or 2. Fish and vomit. George! Damn it! Murr! Son of a... God, dang it. Okay. I owe 4 now. All right, let's pause. Thank you so much. Let's go to the wheel, shall we? All right. So let me go back. Let's take care of these. My goodness. So I believe I owe Marcus and Mo and George and MC Murr. I owe 4 beans for the 4 of you. Murr, thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. You know it means the world to us. And not just, this $2. I mean, you always support us, our entire everything. If you're watching this stream and aren't subscribed to MC Murr, what are you waiting for? Get your butt over there. Subscribe. We'll be here when you get back. In the meantime, let's spin. All right. Marcus, this is yours, my friend. I hope, you know what, you want me to have a bad one so bad, I hope I have a good one. Dana, you're killing me. Chocolate pudding or canned dog food. Okay. All right. Well, they're easy to find. They're the brown ones. Okay. So there's your bean. There's your super chat bean, Marcus. So let's see if we get chocolate pudding or canned dog food. We've not had a good flavored one yet. I wonder if this is a rigged box. That's chocolate pudding. Captain Retro, my man, thank you so much. Woo! For the chocolate pudding. Thank you for your super chat, Marcus. I appreciate you. Okay, Mo. It's your turn for the spin, my friend. I hope you got your dollar's worth, Marcus. You wanted me to choke so badly. The pudding one is good. I'd buy a bag of pudding ones. All right. Same thing. Chocolate pudding or... Okay. Am I going to be able to get lucky twice in a row? Mo, thank you for your super chat. Here's your bean. We're talking chocolate pudding or canned dog food. So let's see which one we end up with. And not until you bite into it that you know. Chocolate pudding! Yes, I'm 2 for 2. I was just saying I wasn't getting any that I wanted. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Marcus and Mo, thank you so much for your super chat. I see Marcus is at it again. You're killing me. Okay. George, this is your turn. Here's your spin. Oh, I gotta get this out of my palette. Okay. Peach. Oh, I just said I was worried about the vomit flavor. Barf flavor. Okay. All right, let's do the barf flavor. You know, while I'm eating stupid beans, let's. So I had prepared some discussion topics. So, what celebrity would you rate a perfect 10? Now, I don't mean, just physical appearance, just the perfect celebrity. Everything about them is awesome. All right, George. So we're peach or barf here. Thank you for your super chat, my friend. You know it's unnecessary. I know it's unnecessary. I know you did it to make me eat something terrible. I can live with that. Okay. So here's our peach or barf. There we go. The strawberry ones are slightly more yellow, so this I believe is that one. So here we go. Oh, God damn it. God, I can't do it. You paid for it. It's barf. Oh, God. Oh. Get out of my teeth. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, okay. MC Murr, let's take care of your bean right now. Thank you for the super chat, as I said. If you're not subscribed, I need something to get this flavor out of my face so quickly. Oh. Oh. Oh, they didn't get better. Toasted marshmallow. Stink bug? Not sure I know what a stink bug tastes like, but okay. There it is. And T2's right, like you can't smell them. My understanding, he's going to do a talk stream, just talking with the others. Maybe, I don't know. You know, Tom, you suggested we do that with GenXGrownUp, and we're talking about it. We're kind of doing it right now, but just with me, right? There's a lot much Megamania going on in this. All right. So, MC Murr, thank you for your super chat. Here's your hopefully toasted marshmallow bean. I appreciate you. Megamania hype is real. You're right. Ooh, ooh, that's what they're calling stink bug. I mean, it's not like making me gag, but it's, if you opened a box of candy like this, you'd go, oh, these are bad, and you throw it out. T2 says the vomit is surprisingly accurate. George says from Grace, she wants to have a nasty one. Eat two at once, says Sean. Well, that'll be robbing someone of the pleasure. Oh, my goodness. I owe two more. Let me just knock them out and get back to some Megamania. Dana, thank you again. She says in her super chat, you aren't getting out this easily. She absolutely wants me to have a nasty flavor. Oh, the stink bug. The stink bug might be worse than the vomit. So you're welcome. Let's see what we got. This is your spin, Dana. You got, berry blue or toothpaste. Now, this can't go too bad because we've established the toothpaste is not terrible. But I'm sorry if you wanted me to have a terrible flavor. But there you go. There's your bean. Thank you for the super chat again. That's the berry blue. And that's great. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful. Oh, Burley says, please give John a good bean. Just how he himself is a good bean. Aw, thank you. Yes, Tom, at least one more bean. Captain Retro. He says, saving your taste buds, take a break from the pain. You don't have to eat one. You know what? Thank you. In your honor, instead, I will eat a candy corn to cleanse my palate. That's very generous of you. I'm very grateful you don't make me eat the stink bug. That's much better. No, don't let it be dog food, please. So Miss So says, I'm not finding you guys on Discord. Is there a link? Yes. Do you not have the link? I'll just give it to you right now. It's real simple. It's GenXGrownUp/Discord. There's the link, Miss So. Love to have you over there and join us for that. Oh. Mark is rooting for the dog food. Go, go, Gadget Fido. Some screaming from Burley. Woo! I wonder if it's a rigged box. Yes. It's just parallels in the real world, perhaps? Yes, maybe so. Dana, come on. Barf-flavored chocolate pudding. Marcus put another $1 in the bucket? Or is that an old one? Did you do that again? You did. Okay, I owe Marcus one more bean, and then we're going to get back. Okay, I promise. For those of you here from Megamania, we're going to go back to Megamania. Did anybody tell me who they thought was a perfect 10 celebrity? Maybe that's a stupid question. Okay. Marcus says, yes, you do. Owe him a bean. Okay, here we go. Here's your spin, Marcus. This is yours. Here we go. Captain said, I was rocking my GenXGrownUp t-shirt today. Moved 15 arcade machines from the shop up to storage. Nice. Thank you for wearing that. Oh, we're back to butter, popcorn, and rotten egg. So I think we've had 2 rotten eggs. And I think you did a rotten egg before, didn't you, Marcus? So let's dig down there and see what we get. There it is. They're kind of like a pale yellowish white. It looks like buttered popcorn, as you would hope it does. All right. So thank you for the super chat, Marcus. Again, thank you for rooting against me. Thank you for your continued support of GenXGrownUp. And just for you, I hope it's rotten egg, I guess. Yeah. Will Wheaton, Dan says. I hadn't bitten into it yet, so I'm totally neutral. Yeah, Will Wheaton is awesome. Don't be a dick, he says. Perfect 10s were higher up and I missed them. I understand. I'm going to scroll back. Thank you. Shit, it's rotten egg again. Damn you. Get it out. Get it out. I see the requesting of the recount. Oh. Tom said, John, yes, I'm clearly a celebrity, so I'm a perfect 10 in everybody's eyes. I have you buffaloed. Yes, Phoenix says you're killing me. That's true. Marcus says J-Lo was a 10, provided receipts already. Okay. Hey, let's play some Megamania. You know, that game that you came to watch me play. Oh, goodness. Okay, where was I? Do I remember how to play? Okay. Thank you so much for your support. It's really awesome. I wasn't sure if this super chat thing would be stupid or not. And it is stupid, frankly, but it's a fun kind of stupid, I think. I'm having fun with you guys. I really appreciate you. Come on, do it. Oh, dang it. Do it. Oh, I can't believe I got that. I'm crushing the Oreos, except that I did. I made it through. Oh, I gotta pause. Bugs. Bugs are really no trouble, I've found. It's pretty easy. Oh. Sean says it's not rotten, it's ripe. The egg is very ripe. Yeah. Phoenix says William Zabka or Keanu Reeves. You know, Keanu Reeves. Did somebody already say Tom Hanks? I'm guessing that's usually the first one that pops up is Tom Hanks. But, I mean, what a human being. Ms. So found the Discord server. Awesome. Marcus said you don't remember how to play. I do remember how to play. I was just never very good at it like you were. Retro Captain says the best kind of stupid is the fun kind of stupid. Incidentally, I did not say when Captain supported me in his super chat, I want to make sure Captain is also a content creator here on YouTube. He's been working at it longer than I have. So if you enjoy any kind of retro stuff, he's big into pinball. You should definitely go and check him out. Give him a subscribe. Kind of bookmark him to go take a look at his stuff when you get a chance, and then pop back over here to the live stream and then check him out at your leisure. But I don't think you'd be disappointed. Thank you for your support, as always, Captain. All right. Tom says, I wish I could stay. Need to go to bed this time. Oh, you can't stay up all night this time, Tom? I didn't start it too late, so I know your 5 hours was at midnight for you, so it's pushing 1, so yeah. Yeah. Phoenix Emperor said, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Your Zabka reference. Okay. Burley says, you're correct, Steven. This server is full of smart people. Yes. We may be silly and stupid in attitude. We have brains as big as space. Thump, 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 thump. That's my pulsing Telosian brain, you know. Captain says you guys rule. Thanks for the play. No, you've always been supportive of us, Captain, and I appreciate you. So, for now, I'm gonna go back to shooting some bugs because I spent a lot of time eating beans and spitting, enabling everyone's gag reflex, I'm sure. So I ended up with 2 puddings. So I never got the dog food. That's good. Two or 3 rotten eggs. I forget now. It's all kind of a blur. T2 says I get points for Telosian. You know, you should expect nothing less, my friend. These guys, Marcus, I don't know how to attack these guys. If I stay in the middle, it never works. I'm guessing I have to stay on the edges because they kind of peek in and out. Woo, woo, woo. Let me clear this level, and then I have to check the chat because there's interesting stuff happening that I'm not involved in, and that's bull. Go! Go! Oh, now I gotta wait. No! Come back around, quickly. Come back around, quickly. Did you see? The bullet was there. Did you see it? Like, the bullet was right there. Oh, just had this discussion today. Thoughts on 80s becoming our 50s golden era. Were you here earlier, Sean? So I think Charlie had a question. He asked about, would you travel 50 years? I can't talk. It's the rotten egg. Would you travel 50 years in the future or 50 years in the past? And I made the note that the year 2050 is closer to us than the year 1990. So put that in your pipe and smoke it and think about that. But yeah, Gen X becoming the golden era. Yeah, it's 50 years right there, man. This is everything for the next 5 or 6 years is 50 years from the golden era. Yeah. Marcus, the Megamaniacs patch, you have a link to it there, I see. 8-bit version looks tougher. You know, it's funny you say that. It feels easier to me, but it's the one I played more, maybe. Not that I'm great at either, but yeah. Hey, Captain says, is this a Star Trek game? You know, it's not. I mean, that's an interesting point. I always said it looks like the Enterprise, but it is kind of Bird of Prey-ish. You're right, kind of with the swept back look. But no, it's not at all. I mean, we were saying earlier. I'm sure it was no mistake that it was heavily inspired by, the Enterprise and Star Trek ships. But it's just the sprite that Steve Cartwright created when he made Megamania. So I saw Marcus somewhere say, "Don't chase them," is the key. Well, I'm trying that. I'm trying chasing them both, and neither seems to work for me. Marcus said it really was different. The hit radius was about the same on the two. Okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah, thank you. I did not realize. Yeah. So there's only one TV overlay. I didn't see what that was, Murr. What are you saying? There's only one TV overlay on your screen. What is this lack of professionalism? You're terrible. Oh, that's an inside joke between Murr and I. So, Sean, yeah, but I see a lot of nostalgia-based stuff focusing on the 80s. Oh, for sure. I mean, well, frankly, the 80s is when the coolest stuff started happening. And that's when we were in our early teens. And, yeah. Cap says, the nacelles look like the Enterprise. Yeah, they do. Kind of how we had to throwback diners and such. And we still have throwback diners to the 50s. And now the 80s is starting to get that nostalgia, aren't they? Because now, like the 50s, people are like 50s. They only know it from nostalgia because the people alive in the 50s are no longer kind of participating in the zeitgeist of what's pop culture, I think. Either retired or shuffled off the mortal coil or whatever. I mean, they're not making memes, I guess is what I'm saying. These diamonds, I hate them. And once it goes by, you're stuck. I mean, you get a pass at it, period. That's all you get. There's an extra man. I'll take that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Michael, welcome. Toys R Us theme. Glad not the only one who think Will Wheaton turned into a total hot teddy bear. Will Wheaton is great. And are you watching the Ready Room stuff with Will Wheaton after Discovery? What a great... That's the word I'm thinking of. Ambassador for Star Trek Will Wheaton has become. I mean, he was inside of it, but at such a young age that now, some 30, 40 years on, he continues to be an ambassador for it, and he's perfect. Oh, he's great. Marcus says you run into bullets when you chase them. Yeah, I've noticed that. T2 like the hot daddy bear. Yeah. So George said, feels like Space Invaders and Defender had an out-of-wedlock love child. Yeah. Yeah, ship is similar to Astro Blaster for sure, Davey. Yeah, Burley agrees with you, George. Definitely feels like that. And Phoenix says, hey, John, can I tell you an interesting Jelly Bean story? Oh, absolutely you can tell me a Jelly Bean story. Why have you not yet told me a Jelly Bean story? I would say the irons are much tougher on this level. On the 8-bit is what I mean. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I can't get up. Now I'm between them. Chris Albright. Chris Albright with the super chat. Chris says, I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Probably more than you appreciate me, but it's mutual. I'll take that. He says, no bean needed. Thank you. So I will have a celebratory... that was not the right colors. I was going to have the candy corn, but look at this one. There's no yellow in it. So we're going to go for a proper candy corn. Here's one. Here it is. Yeah, there's your star. Thank you, my man. There we go. See, Marcus, you can just say thank you with a super chat. You don't have to make me eat a rotten egg. Thank you, Chris. You're the best. I appreciate you. See, that's delicious. And I didn't have to go hell nervous or anything. Thank you so much. Thanks, Chris. The theme song of the commercial was performed by the Tubes. For the commercial? Which commercial? Not sure what you mean. Miss So, I felt so bad for Will and all the grief he got years ago. He's a great dude. Yep. Ship reminds me of the ship in Atari's version of Galaxian. Yeah. There's only so many ways you can make a spaceship out of, that pixel ratio, so I'm sure a lot of them are going to look that way. What do candy corns taste like? It's basically wax and sugar. That's what it tastes like. They're great. Some people hate them, like black licorice. I love them. Let's see. Let me look. In real life, this would be a pass the sticks kind of situation. And T2 says he admits he was kind of a douche when he was a kid. How about Will Wheaton? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the Megamania commercial with the tubes. Yes. Thank you. I'm caught up now. Excellent. 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 But yeah, what were we just talking about that I was going to comment on? Yeah, Will Wheaton, he talked about the fact that, a lot of what exposure he had to what fans didn't like about him was Usenet, where you'd find, Wesley Crusher, die, forums and stuff. And what he didn't realize at that young age was that stuff was happening in an echo chamber. It was the most vocal people who were just trying to get a rise out of you, complaining about something that, in the grand scheme of things, Charlie, you have to go. Man, thanks for coming by again, as always. I appreciate you, and thanks for being here. Phoenix says, okay, this was last year to me. Oh, it's the Jelly Bean story. Okay, I'm pausing. Jelly Bean story from Phoenix says, okay, this was last year. So me and my friends made a Friendsgiving, like a Thanksgiving, which we bought 3 of the Jelly Bean things and only put 1 good one in any flavor. And the other 3 were bad. And then we played Namco Museum. So, lowest score had to eat the bad one, I'm guessing? Maybe? That's my assumption, and I hope so. Oh, ouch. I put my nose right up under there, didn't I? Davey says, late here, off to bed. Davey, thanks for being here. I appreciate you being on the stream. Awesome. Have a great night. Take care of yourself. Hope to see you next time. Before you leave, you have any suggestions for a future stream? We're doing Megamania because somebody suggested it, so if you have any ideas, you let us know. I'm going to switch back to the 2600 here because that's kind of OG, and frankly, I'm worse at it, so there's that. Oh, there's more about the Jelly Beans. Hold on. And who lost got the Jelly Bean from playing Namco Museum, so who lost got the Jelly Bean. Yeah, okay, great. Marcus says Pitfall. Oh, hell yeah. Yep. I would tend to agree. Pitfall. River Raid is something I'm interested in, too. We could play a twofer. We could play a couple of different ones, maybe. In between, eating horrendous jelly beans. Ow, dang it. Oh, and Emperor Kai says, and I never lost the games from where the games we had the... Oh, it's scrolling on me, sorry. So you played the ones you're the best at. Yep. Will Wheaton's mom forced him into the team. I'd heard about that. Maybe you think you told me about that. Yeah. Michael's off to bed as well. See you after. If not, I'll catch the done video. Love y'all. Yeah. After 11. I hope I'm not still doing this after 11, but okay. There are several versions of Pitfall, for sure. I mean, we go with just Pitfall. There's also Pitfall 2, and I mean, really, the Atari 2600 one is good enough. I don't mean that like it's bad. I mean, okay, George, I see you here. He says this does require a bean. He's giving me no quarter. Oh, thank you for your super chat. So let's all right, let's get the wheel up. This is for George. It's been a little while here. Let's see where we're at. We unfortunately have plenty of beans left. There's your star. Thank you, sir. All right, here we go. This is a spin for you, George. Maybe it's for Grace. You said Grace wanted one too, so here we go. Chocolate pudding or canned dog food? Now, you'll recall that I've had 2 chocolate puddings and no canned dog food, so the odds are not, they're kind of against me now, assuming there's even bean distribution in these boxes, so we'll see. So here's your, this is for you, George, or Grace, depending on who this was for. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being here. I know you could be doing anything. You're hanging out with us. Come on, be chocolate pudding. There's that moment before you bite it where like it's Schrodinger's jelly bean. Like it could be anything still. I don't know for sure. Burley's rooting for me. Miss O loves Pitfall. Anybody else rooting for me? George says Alpo. Thanks, pal. All right, here we go. Oh, God. Dog food. I mean, I guess it's dog. It's not chocolate pudding. That's for sure. It tastes like what you think dog food probably tastes like. Not that I'm maniacal laughing from the peanut gallery. Thank you, George. See, Burley's on my side. Ooh, it's in my teeth again. Ah. Ah. Every time I dig it out of my teeth, you get like the part of your tongue that can taste whatever that crap is the part that's digging it out of my teeth. Oh, God. That's probably the worst one yet. Sorry if I'm triggering you, Burley. Oh, that's terrible. So whatever it is, you know how like the places on your tongue that can taste flavors? I'm sure that whatever I can taste in that dog food is the tip of my tongue. It's like I'm digging it out of my teeth, and it's just freshening it up. That's torture. I just read your comment, George. Burley, thank you for claiming that I'm a pure legend at this point for going on a camera on the internet and eating horrible beans for money. I know my mother would be so proud. Oh, thank you, George, for your super chat, and thank you for the dog food that I was able to eat for you. Ugh. Ugh. It's still in my teeth. There. I think I got it. It's like wax, too. It's like stuck in there. I'm running out of drink. That's not healthy. Excuse me, I'm mute. Oh, that's definitely the worst one yet. And George, I'm sure you're proud that you were the one that delivered it. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, Megamania. I remember we were playing that. Let me tell you, you know, I'm going to guess that anybody that thinks this stupidity is not fun has already tuned out, because just like our last couple of live streams, the game is like a great excuse to be here doing other stuff. Just having a great time hanging out with you, quite honestly. Tinker Toys, get it! There's more in the chat. Let me finish the Tinker Toys here, and then I'll see what I'm missing. Oh, gee. There we go. And a pause. Oh, my goodness. Scroll back up. Okay. Sean, important question. Who had to test all these flavors for accuracy? Not me. I'd have quit. Emperor says, can we play Tron in the next stream? Somebody, hopefully Mo or George or somebody who's not in the middle of a live stream could jot these down for me. I think Tron, the arcade game Tron, you're talking. Yes. With all the variety, with the light cycles and the MCP cone and the spiders. Hell yes. Timothy, welcome. I haven't seen your chat previously, so if I either didn't see you or forgot to welcome you. Thank you for being here. Television 2, he says, the Televoice. Computer module keyboard. With the Atari 2600 port, yeah, you have that box you plug in the television that lets you play. Was it Television did that? Coleco did that. Did a Television have a module like that too? Or just a port? I don't remember which. T2 said Tron's not the same without the arcade controls. That's true, but you can mitigate those problems. Of course, you can't do the spinning because it had the trigger gun and it had the spinner. And the fire button, well, the fire button was on the trigger, actually. Yeah, that would be tough, but I mean, we can make it work, I think. We can make it work. Vicky, welcome to the stream. My favorite cabinet game, Tron. Yeah, we're just talking about how we could do that in a stream. Yeah, Burley says, I think those not-so-jelly jolly beans are taking over Jolly John Jolly Brain, making him forget what he's doing. By the time he eats another bean, something might happen. That's probably fair. When's the next podcast? Every single Thursday, like clockwork. Every Thursday. And just in case you're not caught up, we have 182 episodes in the can, sitting in the feed, waiting for you to enjoy. If you are not currently a podcast listener, and you enjoy this kind of tomfoolery with myself, Mo, and George, GenXGrownUp.com/pod, or just head to your podcast aggregator and look for GenXGrownUp, all one word. I've said that many times at conventions. What am I up to now? I'm only up to the tires? And I'm on my last man? I find the tires to be one of the hardest ones. I just shot in the face. Playing that again, because... That's right, and George pointed out, including our first ever fictional podcast is also there for you to listen to. It was a Halloween-themed, spooky-ish, horror-ish thing. Waiting for your listening pleasure. Maybe some of our listeners who are already in the chat might give you a testimonial to know what it is you're missing. Or warn you off and you'll know. Ooh, those things just walk me right into a bullet. That's pretty much what happens every time. You know, and I think I never owned Megamania on the 2600. I played it a lot. I borrowed it from somebody, a buddy down the street, but I think I never owned it. So my playtime with it was minimal. I'm not making excuses. I'm just explaining why I suck. Oh, come on. Get over here, Tinker Toy. Just come back. Quit being... Really? You jerk. Come on. Where you at? Come on through. Got it. Missing chat stuff. Yeah, flight yoke stick and yeah, George talking about the... Yep. Oh, what have I missed? Vicky, Bagley, and Sean. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to catch up with the chat. We got a couple super chats. Thank you guys. We're going to get to those. I got to catch up on the chat first before it. Yeah, Timothy, Megamania, awesome game. Activision titles, they were the best. Kaboom, Stampede, Barnstormers. I was talking about River Raid earlier. That's on my list. Yep, there's your star, Vicky. All right. So T2 is letting you know about the podcast every Thursday, like clockwork, alternates between current events and backtracks. Nostalgic stuff, yeah. Okay, Vicky, thank you for your super chat, $4.99. And then hopefully, if you are okay with it, Sean would like me to do 2 simultaneously. So we're going to give that a shot. So let's flip on the Wheel of Doom. Let's head over and give it a spin. So for starters, why don't we start with together. Vicky, thank you for your super chat and your support. And thank you for being here on the stream. Let's give it a spin for you. There we go. Let's see what Vicky is going to do to me. Ah, we have not had this at all yet. This is either strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish. Apparently. Okay. Let's see. I need to find... It's a lighter orange. Yeah. Oh, no. It's this one. There we go. Here it is. Here it is. I got it. Okay. So I have one. Let's set it aside. All right. And now, Sean. Here we go. Sean, thank you. 2 donations. You have to eat 2 at once. Here we go. Here's Sean Spin. Thank you for the super chat and your support. Yes, I'm old and need reading glasses just to sort beans. So, but what is it about it? Now the spinner's rig. Buttered popcorn and rotten egg. Okay. So I've got it. Here we go. So let's see what's going on in the chat here before I subject myself to make sure nobody had any opposition. So Phoenix Emperor said, John, do you think I should buy that cabinet that has something and Tetris and Rampage and a lot of others? Depends on which one you're talking about. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, so I wouldn't make just a flash judgment. I would need to see a link to it and know what you're talking about. If you want some more input, just hit me up at my email address, john@genxgrownup.com, and I'd be glad to take a look at it if you'd like. Dan says, now we know where John got the getting sick sound from the fictional podcast, eating dog food and barf beans. Marcus says, if you don't listen to the podcast, you're missing out. Thank you, sir. All right. So here we go. Yeah. Could be a rotten egg and dead fish. Or smoothie plus popcorn. Okay. So here I have them together. Here are your 2 beans. Right there. There they are. Oh, look. I'm like a visual auteur. Look at that nice shot. Okay. We're going to give it a shot. The 2 of them together. I'm going to put one on each side. Okay. So far, so good. I haven't bitten into them. Should I bite them together or separately? I'm going to do them together. Here we go. Oh, I taste the buttered popcorn. That's nice. Or maybe there's nothing bad in there. Yes! I got the buttered popcorn and the strawberry banana smoothie. That's delicious. That's delicious. You could double team me like that all day long. That's great. Oh, yeah. Woo! Marcus saying, damn it. Cat Retro saying, boo. Aw. Dead eggfish. Captain was rooting for. Okay. Back to getting shot. I'm up to bugs. That was delicious. Thank you so much for your... Oh, yeah, I forgot to switch back to my chat there so I can see what I'm doing. Yes. I want to thank you again, both Vicky and Sean, for your super chat. It means the world to us, the support. I mean, we put right back into the channel. We buy things to review. We buy gear. We buy lights. We buy internet service providers, whatever. I mean, as you can imagine, I mean, people do this all the time for nothing, but I know I've had discussions with many people who are in this chat right now, which is to say that, you know, it's... Oh, let me just pause. Hold on. Captain Retro has to leave. Got work to do. Have a rad night. Thank you for stopping by, Captain. And again, great content creator. If you're watching and you don't subscribe to Captain Retro, pop over and give him a subscribe. Take a look at his stuff when you get a chance. I think you'll enjoy it. He's a huge, like a restoration guy. He's a purist. You know, genuine arcade machines. He's really into that. So thanks for stopping by, buddy. Marcus is quoting me. Thanks for picking up on that. It's not exactly what I meant. I'm pretty sure you know. I believe... Should I just not move? That's not the right answer, because I just got shot. Well, yeah. Great at being loud. That's what I meant, of course. So I'm trying to sit still more instead of chase them, which I think is what they want me to do. But... MC Murph's got to run too. Again, thank you, Murph, for stopping by. Huge friend to me personally and the channel and all the guys. Thank you, Murph. What was I saying? Something vaguely profound and probably ignoramus. Oh, yeah, I was saying that, you know, people do this for free all the time. I mean, it does... I mean, you look and you say, does it cost you anything to play Megamania on the internet? And that's true. I mean, it's all the peripheral stuff. It's the time involved and the, you know, there's I had to get over the idea that, you know, as a creator, that it's not an embarrassment to ask for help or support because After 3 years, I mean, ask anybody who's done this for any amount of time. It's work. It's easy to start. It's hard to continue. That's what it is. It's anybody can get going, and then unless you're an overnight success, you're like, well, screw this. That's not what I signed up for. But it's that support. In fact, I just posted over in our patrons who support us over on Patreon. I said, I'm fully convinced that GenXGrownUp exists because of a silly idea I had a long time ago, but it continues to exist because of our supporters, like our patrons, like you guys with the super chat right now. They're willing to throw a couple of dollars at me to watch me eat a stupid bean. I mean, it's hilarious fun and it's great, but these are things that literally will go right back into the channel. I'll buy another arcade machine to review, or whatever, a piece of gear or equipment. It's that kind of thing. So I feel like I'm getting better, but I'm not, because I'm just starting over lots of times. Oh, I've never even seen the frickin' dice tonight, and I may never. Let me catch up on the chat. Marcus, I'm sure, is laughing, so we'll check. Oh, Marcus says, I've already captured the audio clip. We will hear this again. Thanks. That could be your ringtone if you'd like. Hey, John, what are your 3 top arcade games in the modern era? Are there arcade games in the modern era? I mean, everything is pretty much shoot, drive, and punch. That's all the modern arcade games. I mean, it's somebody's fighting somebody, you're shooting monsters, or you're driving a car. And those don't move much for me. Fighters I enjoy, but I don't think there's... Yeah, I mean, modern arcade games, I mean, the classic ones are obvious. I mean, that's easy. I mean, for me, it's Donkey Kong is number 1. And then there's 3 or 4 that rotate out of my 2 and 3 spot, depending on what I'm playing. Donkey Kong Jr. I love. Dig Dug I love. There's more that rotate in. I mean, DK is always the top spot, but I don't see modern ones that are really, in my mind, that great in the modern era. So, yeah. John the Lincoln Log Killer. Thanks. Timothy says, you get a Raspberry Pi emulator, very cheap, 3.5 touchscreen. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So you could do all that, but I could do it on my computer now. I can do it on my phone now. And so, I think the reason that these tiny arcades are so popular is not because there aren't better ways to play the classic games. It's because they can pay $20 and it works now. They don't have to learn anything or figure out where to download something or how to configure a Pi or how to get on the Wi-Fi. That's why people want to do that, So, emulation is not a simple proposition. I mean, once you know what it is, but getting into it from the outside, it's not. So I think that's why it's so popular. George says, I've been trying to quit for the past 3 years, but John won't let me. What are you trying to quit? What did I miss? Oh, you trying to quit GenXGrownUp? No. You're in now. They keep pulling you back in. The dice I've not been to. Yes. T2 says, how much for the ringtone? Marcus, come on now. It'd be big super chat for me to put out a ringtone of me saying you can double team me anytime. I think that's I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh yeah. Let's see. Fun spot, Meredith, New Hampshire. Yeah, there's several, like the Galloping Ghost is another one. I think it's in Wisconsin somewhere. Great stuff. Miss O said, I remember playing DK at the arcade. Monkey Ball. There was an arcade game of Monkey Ball that I have played, and the controller is a giant banana, which is awesome. So here I'm guessing I should, well, A, not get shot. B, stop trying to chase them and just try to shoot them. Once they get so low, so I'm trying to just rapid fire and dodge the bullets, but I can't. Damn it. Oh, Marcus. Now I have it as a duet with yourself. Thanks. You could have 2 samples. Let's see. Burley says, in memory of Leslie Nielsen, who passed away on this day 10 years ago. Really? My favorite role of his was in Airplane, that totally funny movie. Yep. Airplane, it's an awesome movie. We did a podcast where we talked about Airplane, and not everyone felt as... Was that Chicago, the Galloping Ghost? Thank you, Lou Dog. And it was somewhere there. So, let's, real quickly, since I had some more possible questions to fill the void that we haven't had, because I'm eating beans and playing games and talking. But Let's see. Oh, that's an interesting question. Okay. So this is one of those like conversation starter things. So the question is, what's the biggest screw up you ever did but didn't get caught? Which also means you didn't admit to it, so you're going to be admitting some culpability here. Biggest mistake, screw up, break something, mess something up, but didn't get caught. Miss So was already commenting about, it's weird to see so many minigame players with Atari games preloaded in stores. Well, yeah, that's because Atari sold the devil years ago. I mean, Atari just... Anybody that wants an Atari title, they're like, yeah. Unlike Nintendo, that's the opposite, right? They're like, nobody can have the rights to our games. But Atari just hoards their stuff out constantly. They don't care who asks for it. That's why you see Atari on everything. You know, they officially licensed. Yeah, it was. On a piece of garbage hardware, it sure was. You know, I'm a little jealous of... George has one of those Intellivision flashbacks. Intellivision is a console that I never even knew anybody. Oh, no. Oh, I almost had a chance out of there. I never even knew anybody that had an Intellivision. But I saw it, you know, it's always sitting right next to the Atari and Sears. And you're like, wow, I wonder if that's better than what I have. But you're not going to start over. When you're a kid, you're not going to go buy the other console. Not like today where you're like, oh, I have PS5 and Xbox and this and a Wii and a Switch and whatever. Back then, you get what you get. Parents are like, you already got a video game, go play it. I'll get you a television also. The one you have better break. And then maybe you'll get a new one. So I saw, oh, ouch. I saw a couple answers coming in. Let's see. George said, I never get caught, I just turn myself in. Oh, well, that's nice. Intellivision, great games, bad controller. Yeah, it's just a little disc, right? So you just kind of... It was an early D-pad, but it wasn't... The pad was completely underneath that disc. You just leaned it the direction you wanted. Dan says, I never broke any rules. I'm the reason they made new rules. Oh, goodness. So I have an interesting story that I kind of didn't get caught, but I obviously did. Well, which one is it? No, this one I didn't get caught. Yeah, I had a couple stories, but let me tell you about one where I didn't get caught. And it's Atari related, so how appropriate. So, as a kid growing up in the early 80s, Christmas time, obviously, a huge deal. And, ouch. And when there's an Atari game under the tree, like my parents didn't wrap them in a weird shaped box or anything. It was very clearly... Like, you know how big an Atari cartridge is. It's this size, and it's that big, and I knew what I wanted, right? So I knew that E.T. was coming out that year, so this had to be Christmas of '83, I guess. And I knew that I was getting Raiders of the Lost Ark, two games that I desperately wanted. And so my parents were working. Yeah, this is the one, George. Yeah. If you listen to the podcast, you've heard this already, so bear with me. So... I'm home by myself for large parts of the day because my parents are working. And under the tree are these gifts. And I know that they're both Atari games. So what I did was I carefully, with surgical precision, opened up both of those games. Cut the wrapping paper. I mean, I'm talking X-Acto razor and, transparent tape on the back of paper. Clearly, open this thing up and into it, to keep the weight correct, I remember I put Air Sea Battle and what was the second game that I put in there? Video Chess. Air Sea Battle and Video Chess. Two games that I never played. Well, I did play, but I played the hell out of. And so I put those in them and sealed them back up. So now I have these hidden in my bedroom. So when my parents aren't home, I can play E.T. and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Great. And I was very careful to have the box, the instructions and all. I always put it all together so I wouldn't, somebody find the instructions laying out or something. And then, so Christmas Day, the hardest part of this was not the tearing things apart. It was the acting job that I had to do on Christmas morning. Where I'm like, oh, what could this be? It kind of seems like an Atari cartridge. And then you kind of open it. You're like, oh my goodness, it's E.T. Thank you so much. And wow, Raiders of the Lost. I can't wait to play it. And so then, of course, I couldn't just run and play it because the cartridge wasn't in there. So I had to create some subterfuge where, let me go and I'm going to add it to my pile of games right now. And while I ran into the back room, I put the right game in the box real quick so that nobody ever knew. So I never got caught. And I don't think my mom even knows. I don't think she heard the story on the podcast. I don't think she's watching this live stream, and she probably will never know unless somebody tells her. But yeah, so for probably 3 weeks, I had early access to those games and never got caught. Woohoo! I'm going to switch over to some Atari 8-bit again, just because it's a little bit different. I don't know why this emulator likes to reboot, but here we go. It does have a nice title screen. You got to give it that. Oh, Phoenix has an interesting story. Is this sometime you didn't get caught or just a Christmas story? We're interested. Lay it on us. Phoenix, you should consider coming to join our Discord server. I mean, it's a lot of the same folks that are in the live stream now, and we chat all the time. It's not like overwhelming. There's enough chat, but it's not it's not constant pinging. But it's good-natured folks who like this kind of tomfoolery, and they're going to get your references to things you want to talk about. So you should definitely. I hope you'll come and check it out and join us. At least give it a try. I see you're working on your story. That's great. I'm going to play a little Megamania, and then we're going to find out what's up. Where are we at? I think my target, I'm going to shoot for 9 o'clock for a cutoff time. Unless things just get really interesting, I'm going to shoot for 9 o'clock. All right, so Phoenix is getting ready. So you're going to tell me a story. It's about me being dumb for the first time. Oh. You remember the first time you were... I couldn't possibly remember the first time I was dumb. There are plenty of them. Miss O said, I think I was one of the few kids on the planet that lime the E.T. game. That like the E.T. game. I got just typo. I get liked. I see you there. Like the E.T. game. I loved it. Did I love it? I appreciated it. I wouldn't say I loved it. I acknowledge that it's difficult and it's a little obtuse to understand, but I enjoyed playing it, and I still do. Marcus said, so I remember being 16 and saying out loud, wait, did you just say your husband? Well, and you said it to who? I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying that. Your first time being dumb as a teenager. Gotcha. Because we're probably all dumb kids. All kids are dumb. That's the nature. Being a kid's about learning how to stop being as dumb. Man, I wish I could do every level like these bugs. I'm tearing these up. I'm just thinking, George, I'm really lucky. Unlike Galaga, this doesn't have a accuracy rating. I'm at like 5%. I'm thinking tires, you gotta... I'm starting to get the feeling that every level you need to have a different strategy. And I'm just using my generic shooter strategy, my Galaga Space Invaders, and that's not serving me well. I'm saying probably each one you got to do something slightly different. Am I getting close, Marcus, to the secret of... I mean, aside from just being good at it, which is cheating. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Dang it. Okay, some more detail coming in. Let me see in the chat. Emperor says, so normally a lightweight sleeper, but I have Duel of the Fates as my ringtone. Okay. Duel of the Fates, yes, okay. Got it. Marcus says, yes, different strategies are important. And you only are going to know those with lots of repetition. Well, that's not... Well, not at first. I mean, like by now, I should know how to get past the bugs or whatever, right? It's the... But the first time you get to the dice, you're just going to die, I expect. Because it's... Ah! Dang it! Oh, some more detail coming in. Marcus says, so based on where our collective hands were, I was not expecting to hear my husband. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's, I can see where that'd be awkward. See, that's a kid being stupid again. Just like I was saying, that's your job as a kid, is just be stupid and learn how to not be stupid later, if you can help it. Oh my goodness. This is definitely way more random than the 2600 version, these Steam guys. I'm convinced. No! Ugh, I couldn't get away from that. The 2600 version, they seem to really just kind of stop in the same place, and I could get a bead on them. And here they have 4 or 5 stop spots that are not helping me out much. Oh! I just got killed. Well, good. I can read the chat. All right. So, so starting the thing. So you have the ringtone, light sleeper. Got it. So this time my girlfriend was over at my house, and she was trying to wake me up, but I didn't budge. So she slapped me. I woke up and heard the song, and it was like, oh, Alexa was playing music on its own.
Here's a station you might
Oh,
like.
now Alexa, is that a trick to make me say Alexa? Shut up, Alexa.
Here's a station you might
Alexa,
like.
shut up.
80s.
Super shut up. Thank you. Seriously. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I know I said at the beginning of the stream that my goal was to get better. And I think I did, but not measurably. Right, so that was going on its own. And my buddy calling me just trying to talk at 3 in the morning. I'm sorry your story is getting so disjointed. That's the blame the limit. That's why you need to be over in the Discord server. You can write us a novel and we can read it all in its entirety. It's a creamy, crunchy chocolate sensation. O-R-E-O. It's milk's best friend. Bullets. And cookies. Come on, Oreos. Marcus! Thank you for the super chat. Even though I know that your intentions are not entirely altruistic. Let me finish off the Oreos, if I at all can. Looks like that won't be a problem because I'm going to die. Got it! Pause. Okay, come on, dead fish. Okay. So, I'm too afraid to own one. I'm not going to say it again, because then she'll start talking to me again. Okie dokie. Let's see. It's time for the Wheel of Doom, 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 Doom. There's your star. So you're hoping for dead fish. So dead fish is, yeah, we don't want dead fish. There's a few we haven't done at all yet, but we're going to give it a shot. Like birthday cake or dirty dishwater. Ugh. All right, here we go. Oh. Oh, no. Coconut or spoiled milk. John is using big brain time. Yes, I'm illustrating my sophistication by eating nasty jelly beans. Thank you. So they're just pure white with no striations, if you will. So Marcus, thank you for the super chat. There is your bean. It's about to be in my face. Hoping for coconut. I like coconut. So wish me luck. My favorite part is Schrodinger's bean, where you don't know what it is. If you let it kind of sit, like you might start tasting it. Here we go. It's coconut! Yeah, coconut! That was good, too. That's almost good enough that I would risk another one. But not if I don't have to. I'll just go buy coconut ones if I want. The evil thing is they're not random, right? It's like, it might be good, might be bad. Marcus! Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your continued support. What? All right. Would you like me to go for another coconut, or do you want to spin the wheel, Marcus? It's up to you. I'll give you the choice. Since you're aggressively peppering me with super chats, I couldn't be more grateful. I also couldn't be more frightened. Would you like to spin, or do you want to go for the white? Stay with the coconut spoiled milk. What's your choice? Spin the wheel. All right. You paid for it. Here's the wheel. Oh. Peach or barf again. And the barf is really not good. Okay. Peach or barf. All right, here we go. Is that the right one? It's a darker orange. I think it's this one. Yeah, the oranges are not that clearly differentiated. So we're going to go, I think it's the brighter orange. Okay, here we got it. Got it. Okay. So here's your hopefully peach. Hopefully peach. Mo is rooting for that. Phoenix says, John, I would join the Discord, but I don't have Discord, but I will support you by being in the stream and commenting and liking the streams. Yeah, cool. I get it, man. Discord is free. If you want to join us, it's always there waiting for you. We'd love to have you over there. You're clearly a fun contributor here in the streams. I think it would be equally true over on Discord. So if you change your mind, let us know. Here we go. Come on, Peach. Miss So is rooting for me. Thank you. You're the only one. What a Burley routes for me. It's Peach! It's Peach! It's Peach! In your face. Thank you, Marcus. I shouldn't say in your face for donating. That's stupid. Way to do negative reinforcement, John. Well done. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for his continued support, obviously. And thank you for the coconut and peach medley. Damn it. Okay. All right. I'll do it. You ponied up. I will keep my end of the bargain. Here's your spin. Marcus, thank you for the super chat once again. You're a saint among humans. Here we go. Oh, hey, it's my favorite, the old toothpaste and berry blue. All right, there we go. And there's your star. Again, the toothpaste is pretty awesome. There's your bean. Thank you again for your support. Come on, you know what? You know what? Just for you, I hope it is toothpaste. It is toothpaste. And it's not bad. It's Aquafresh. It's Aquafresh. Okay. Nice. Well done. I couldn't thank you enough, Marcus, for this delicious... I hadn't had dinner yet. You've given me coconut. You've given me peaches. You've given me toothpaste, which is cleaning up my palate, getting ready for something more. So, yes. Is that a fourth one? Do I owe you another one? God dang it. Okay. Bless you, bless you. Yes, I'm looking up. Yes, thank you, George, for keeping me honest. Oh, it's the dog food one again. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Miss So can you use Discord on your PC if needed? Absolutely. In fact, I mostly use it on my PC. Yeah, and you can use it in the browser. You don't have to download it. Absolutely. Free to join. Use it in your browser. Use it on PC. Use it on your phone. Don't have to download it. All those things. George is rooting for the Alpo. Marcus, once again, I find myself, hat in hand, thanking you for your super chat and your continued support. Burley is rooting for a good bean. George is rooting for Alpo. So thank you, Burley. You got my back. Oh, well, I would eat this, but hold on. Phoenix Emperor has a story, so hold on a second. Quick funny story. The first time I invited my girlfriend over, she saw all my dragon statues. The statues, cards, and figures are all mostly blue eyes, white dragons. So the next morning, she told me that the blue eyes is my waifu. I almost know what that means, kind of. And now Mo's rooting for Alpo. All right, let's stop holding off. Again, thank you, Marcus, for your super chat. So much appreciated. Here's hoping that I get chocolate pudding. So far, so good. Oh. Some of the wax came off, and I kind of think it's not good. Oh! Fuck! Beep! Sorry. I'm not going to bite into it because it gets stuck in your damn teeth. This is the worst kind. There's no right answer. Okay, hold on. I have to hold it because There's no right answer with this one. Marcus, quit it! There's no right answer because if you chew on it, it gets stuck in your teeth and you have that problem. And if you don't chew on it, it's sitting there just dissolving. Okay, I'm gonna do Marcus. I'm gonna do another one for you because maybe it'll kill this dog food. I'm gonna spin. It's gotta be better than the dog food. Oh God. Okay. Wait. Phoenix says I was drinking from a blue eyes white dragon mug, which didn't help. And by the way, I have blue eyes. Icon. It is your waifu. I don't know how to pronounce it. We haven't had this one before, so it might be okay. So you might not have done me a disservice. But of course, I can't see without my glasses. So this one looks like it's white with little speckles. Oh yeah, here we go. Gotcha. Oh, there's a nice one. Okay, white with little speckles. So this is hopefully, and frankly, I don't care for birthday cake artificial flavor myself. So there it is. I know it doesn't focus well, but there we go. I hope it's birthday cake, even though I'm not nuts about birthday cake flavor, but it's probably better than dirty dishwater. Thank you again. Marcus, you do know that this is a Megamania stream. Oh, bless you. Okay, here we go. Birthday cake. Here we go. Birthday cake. Please be birthday cake. Lesser of two evils. Birthday cake. No. Ooh. Yeah. That's dirty dishwater. It's like rancid dishwater. Like the suds are all gone, and there's a film of grease on top, and it's kind of wafting up into your nose. It's like, Oh, it's bad. I would say it's right up there with the dog food. All right, you've more than made up for the lovely coconut peach swirl you gave me. Oh. Okay. Yes, Marcus is killing me. I'm going to thank you for the super chat with no bean required. Thank you so much, sir. I'm going to have a candy corn in your honor. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, it cleansed my palate. Hallelujah. Okay. Oh, your support is I mean, it continues to be humbling and astounding. I mean, and I know we're goofing around, dollar, but it all adds up, and it's a huge difference, and I mean, you know that. And so, kidding aside, thank you for your support. But in reality, some of that really sucked. Okay, where were we? Catch up on the chat here. Oh, goodness. Reference, you're killing me, Smalls. Yes, of course. Dirty Dawn and leftovers. You're about right. Okay, we're getting close to 9 here, but I'm not done. I'm going to play a little more. George said we're now doing this on every live stream from now on. I'm putting an official Jelly Bean line item in the budget. It's about $4.99 for a box of these, George. FYI. All right, here we go. Where was I? Atari 8-bit. Here we go. Continue. Did I die? No, I just paused. Here we go. Oh, it's bugs. Hallelujah. I think I can shoot the bugs. I say as I miss every single bug. The tough part really, kind of looking at this clearly is the fact that if you miss something, like miss this bug, you can't catch it. You've got to wait for the next time around. And so the fact that it's really It's predicated on you catching it when you do, and your time is limited. You can't just bide your time for the next pass. You know, if you miss every single tire like I'm doing here, that's really problematic. When I hit one, I'm so excited because it happens so rarely. And now they're just ganging up on me. Then you get ducked in between them, and I know there's more. Oh, I should have hit him. So I have not been keeping track. Has anyone been making notes for me about suggestions for the next live stream? We need to start thinking about that, what we're doing next. I heard Tron. It could be difficult. I'm really kind of thinking Pitfall or River Raid might be great. More Activision stuff. I know we just did this one, but I can tell you I'm better at both of those games than my pitiful performance in Megamania. If that is at all... I don't remember. There were a lot of good suggestions in there, and of course I couldn't write them all down. I need a secretary. Can we put that in the line item? Can we put that line item in the budget too, George? John's live stream secretary? I think that's only reasonable. Dang it. See, that's what I'm talking about. If you miss them, forget it. And then you end up chasing them and get shot. There's a wasted path. Got it. Whew. Marcus said, Tron would be awesome. I got to play with Tron, Ms. So. I got to figure out if I can find a reasonable equivalent of how I can control it so I don't just, sit there floundering. Wouldn't want it to look like Megamania. Yeah, Tron was from you, Phoenix. Okay, yeah, he's on the list. Pitfall, River Raid, Xevious. Yeah, Xevious I can't go. Well, Xevious was an arcade game, and you're going to die at that pretty quickly. River Raid was meant to be a long-form game, a high-score type game. Because it was on a console. Whoa, 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 stop shooting me! That entire wall of them over there now is completely out of my reach. Man, I about got stuck. Xevious on ColecoVision. Wow. Nice and specific. I like it. There's nothing I can do here until they get done. And that's bad planning. Is there a gap? Maybe not. Maybe I'm stuck. I just gotta die. There's no gap. Huh. Well, I have one life, I guess, so that's good. So let that be a lesson to you. If you don't create a gap, you're SOL. Alright, I have a gap there at least, so... Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! I got shot. When you see just the handle... Oh, that's when you could duck in. Oh, there's a gap at the bottom you could duck in? Oh, so maybe you can get in. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. It's a little past 9. We've been going for 2 hours. I think you have sufficiently maybe eat lots of beans. I have a few. Mo said his nephew just put Memento on. Fantastic film. It's one of my posters I have up here. Great film. Oh, Burley says Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Play 2 rounds of every game on the collection while doing challenges. For example, Truth or Dare, stuff like that. Huh. I don't know about the 30th anniversary. So I don't know if I have that or not. I have to take a look and see. I expect it's around out there, the different varieties. I can play some Street Fighter, that's for sure. That's not a problem. Marcus says wait. I can only assume that means he wants to get one more bean in before he goes. I can only assume that I have that to look forward to. Just kidding. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, with that, I'm going to say let's stick a fork in this live stream. It's done. As I've said many times, I'm so grateful that you showed up for the stream, whether you could stay all the way to the end or you came in and had to duck out or whatever. I mean, we played some Megamania. I wasn't great at it, but I think that's like the social lubricant to give us all, that's the bait. It's like, if you like Megamania, you might like hanging out with these fools, which is kind of what we end up doing. Thank you, Steven, for being here. You're very welcome. Grateful that you're here. I'm going to try to do this again on subsequent Saturdays if we can. Burley's in the collection, has the original from 87, all the editions, all the way up to Alpha. Oh, yeah, I've played all those in their original forms. So, all right, Street Fighter 2, put that on the list too. Marcus, you're my secretary. Put it on the list. We'll sync up later and see what we have. Vicky, thank you for being here, everyone. I'm sure I've missed lots of people. Tom was here. Thank you for that. You all know who you are, Ms. So, Phoenix Emperor, everybody. I hope to see you if you get a chance over on the Discord server or on the next live stream. We'll do some more of this. I love it. We're having a great time. Vicky, I've done it every Saturday for the last 3 Saturdays, but I can't guarantee, but that's my target. That seems to be when I usually have an opportunity to do a stream. So unless I'm otherwise busy, I'm going to shoot for Saturdays because it's clearly a good night for the people who we're trying to reach. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try. We'll try next Saturday. If not, check on the Saturdays. YouTube is actually making it difficult right now to schedule a stream, meaning you would know it's coming ahead of time. I can't do that. So what I did is I posted on, if you're subscribed to us, I posted in the community section that we were doing a stream, so you knew it was coming. I only did it this afternoon, but when I know it's happening, I'll post that as soon as possible, so you'll know. Burley, thanks to you as well. Thanks for rooting for me, by the way, through all those beans. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody. So with that, I'm going to wrap this stream up. Thanks so much.